Hi, John here. It's October 2nd, 2015. And, I can't help but rant today about the president's response to the Chris Harper Mercer murders at the Oregon Community College. It's unbelievable that his response to this is that can any reasonable person think that we do not need tighter gun control laws to deal with this situation? And I find myself to be many times a reasonable person, and I cannot cut. I disagree with the president wholeheartedly. In my opinion, this is the last thing that needs to happen here is more gun control. Let's look at the facts. There was, according to a report I read in one of the newspapers, there was one security guard, and it was voted on in that college that security guard needed to be unarmed on the whole community college campus. So kudos to that decision, because that what that created was a situation where the police had to be called, the police had to respond, the police had to find out where the shooter was, and the police then had to put the shooter down. And I think the police did a remarkable job of being able to do that in 9 minutes. What I'm saying to you is that we cannot depend on the police to get it done any faster than that. That's as fast as it gets. That's as good as it gets. And unless we're willing to protect ourselves in some way, that is going to be the result every time. The police can't get there. It's obviously obvious that the NSA can't catch him. I mean, even if this guy was online and talking about it, or whether he wasn't, they didn't get him. They didn't get the Boston Bombers, and they were online just saying they were going to go ahead and do it. They haven't gotten anybody so far in any of these situations that happen about once every 5 weeks here in the United States. And the president comes to the conclusion that if we take guns away and make it harder for people to have guns, then these things won't happen. Really? That's going to solve the nuts? Let's go around and collect everybody's guns, or make the restrictions harder, or make it harder to get one. That isn't what caused this problem. What caused this problem is this man was insane. And the only way to defend yourself against insane people is to defend yourself. There is no way that we can run around in this country and expect law enforcement or other people or someone else to take care of me. You've got to take care of you. I've got to take care of me. No one else is going to do it. If I'm sitting in a movie theater and I don't have a conceal and carry permit, and I don't have a gun on me, and somebody gets out and starts shooting, my best defense is either I'm behind them and I can get out of the theater, or somehow get out of the theater without the person seeing me and shooting me, or I get down and hopefully he doesn't shoot me, or she. But the bottom line is that if I had a gun, what I could do is get down, pull the gun, take it, and shoot him. And if 6 other people in the theater had guns and everybody shot his ass, well, guess what? Maybe this would get done a lot quicker. And I know, well, somebody could get injured by one of the stray bullets. Well, heaven forbid that taking the guy down, somebody got injured, and that's a bad thing. But what about the 10 people that just got killed because nobody had them? You can't stop the authorities, the federal government, the state government, the local government. Anybody comes to the conclusion that they can stop a nut from coming into a university or a community college, putting a gun to people's heads and saying, "Are you a Christian?" "Yes, I am." "Oh, well, you're going to heaven." Boom. "Hey, are you a Christian?" "Well, yes, I am." "Oh, you're going to heaven." Boom. "Are you a Christian?" "No, I'm not." We just blow your knee off. You can't stop, the government can't stop this stuff. There's no amount of gun control, no amount of any control that can stop this. There are nuts out in the world, and the best thing we can do is to protect ourselves. You cannot depend on the government to do that for you. We have got to protect ourselves. If somebody comes up to get into your car and carjack your car and throw it out, and you pull a gun and blow his head off, guess what? The carjacking doesn't take place. In the state of California, the state police came up with a study they did years ago that said there were as many perpetrators killed by citizens who had guns and took care of the perpetrator themselves as there was by police officers taking care of it. In other words, it's your job to protect you. It's not the government's job to protect you. The best the government can do is to respond to the incident after it's happened or started or in course of. But what they can't do is somehow all-knowingly come up with, oh, we know it's going to happen. You guys watch too many TV shows if you think the NSA is going to be able to pull some shit off like this. That ain't happening. It's not going to happen. We have to protect ourselves. We have to protect the citizens around us. We have to be the ones that are vigilant. It's not the government's job to take care of you. It's our job. And I propose this. There will always be crazy people in the world. No matter how much conservatives or liberals or progressives or libertarians or anybody else doesn't want crazy people out there, there will always be crazy people amongst you. Now, that being the case, how do you protect yourself, Ron? And if you're fool enough to think that tighter gun control laws are going to do it, well, that's crazy. I'm picking the only way I know that can work, and that is to be vigilant and to arm myself. And that is to do that properly, to understand gun safety, to understand what the ramifications are, to understand what the state and local laws are where I'm at, and to understand how to store that firearm safely so that no kids or anybody can get a hold of it. And that's what we have to do as citizens. Not, oh, well, let's depend on the federal government to do it for us. Bullshit. They can't. And that's my rant for the day.